being dependent on someone else and being trapped that way and not being able to live an authentic life or love for the right reasons. So I make sure that I'm self-sufficient. So I guess the short answer is to be dependent is my biggest fear, to not have the freedom to move about the world in the way that I want to move about the world. And I know what it takes to do that and to provide for myself and to be productive and useful to the world.
Right.
And so I've made sure I've done those things for myself and will continue to do those things for myself. So I guess the fear comes from not having the options or being dependent, being kept down.
Welcome back to Interrupt KC, the Kansas City podcast. It's my boy JL. I'm your man D-Rod, man.
Let's go, man.
What's up, JL?
Oh, man, I love Kansas City this time of the year, D-Rod, because the weather is finally getting nicer, although I hate allergies.
Getting a break?
All my allergy people know what I'm talking about. But Royals are up, man. So, it's just good times, man. Good times in the city.
Right.
Lot taking place, man. Big year for Kansas City. World Cup coming. So many things happening, man. We got a lot of things coming up. Pay attention. With that, D-Rod, do not forget to click the subscribe button right there.
Ding.
Subscribe, support you Kansas City kids, man, out here having these conversations with people in and around Kansas City.
For sure.
So
do that. And I also follow with, man, come on. If you see what you like and share it with somebody, tell somebody about it, man. If you like this episode, tell somebody about it.
That's right.
Past ones we had.
Yes, sir.
We had KC Beer Company, who had the coldest of all rugs.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah Payne. I was about to say Pacheco. Isaiah Payne, man.
He wouldn't mind that, probably.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind that shout out. And also, JL, man, I wanted to give a shout out, man. I seen something, just putting a little timestamp on this episode, man. I seen that our boys of Gnarly Hustle, man.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Pat and Alex.
Yes, sir.
Pat and Alex, man, from Gnarly Hustle, man.
Shout out.
They got the front page of a KC Star. They sat with us last year.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, congrats, Gnarly Hustle, man.
Yeah, that's like several people now that we've interviewed or talked to, and Kansas City Star goes and talks to them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
whoever's watching at Kansas City Star, man, come holler at us. Do an article on us, man.
Yeah, for
Stop
real.
Hating.
Yeah.
Stop hating.
Well, that just shows what they, we're helping them do their job.
That's right. But, man, I think this is going to be a great conversation tonight, man. This is going to be unique. It's going to a lot of storytelling, man. Open book, she says.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to get into this, man. So how about we interrupt our guest, man?
Yeah, man. But I want to give a shout out.
Yes, sir.
To where we're at, JL.
We do got to do that.
Okay, we're at Noka.
What's
the address here?
Man, we're on Martini Corner.
That's where
we
man.
are. Noka, Noka, Martini Corner.
Right here on 31st.
31st Street. You can't miss it, man. Right here on the corner. Come check them out, man. Probably best sushi game in town. Crazy chef, crazy food. Probably the best dessert I've ever had. Traveling in Kansas City, pick it. Best dessert. It's the banana dessert. Just come in here and order that, and you will not be disappointed.
This coconut water, it's refreshing, man.
Yeah, refreshing. I'm going to let you sip on that.
Go ahead,
But
man.
we're going to interrupt our guest, man. And by interrupt, you already know we mean introduce our guest.
Oh, yeah.
The queen bee herself, D-Rod. Miss Charisse Taylor. How are we doing?
What's up,
Doing
Charisse?
great, guys. Hi.
How you doing? Good?
I'm good.
You look great.
Well, thank you.
You look great. Like this whole setup in front of you just begs a story. It begs a many stories. You're exactly right, D-Rod. You're exactly right. You got medals, you got plaques. I mean, you got a lot going on, so we can't wait to get into
And
all
I'm
this.
sure there's so much more that's missing that we couldn't even get on this table.
Yeah.
Is there a lot more?
I didn't bring everything.
No, yeah. You don't want to bring everything. Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, we always like to just kind of go back in time a little bit, Charisse. Sure. Talk about where you're from, where you grew up, things like that. So you mind starting off with that? Tell everybody where you're from.
I was born and raised in Kansas City, grew up in Northeast.
Okay.
But a lot of my family, I'm Mexican, or from the West Side.
Let's go.
So, right?
Let's go. You spent a lot of time Northeast, West Side?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, grew up in Northeast, went to Holy Cross Catholic School down there in Northeast. But
St. John.
Exactly. Every Sunday, we
Yeah.
were over at the West Side having menudo on the boulevard.
Hey.
At La Posada when it was
La
there.
Posada.
Oh, yeah.
All
Oh, yeah.
right.
You come from big family?
Oh, we're Mexican. Of course
Let's
we're a big
go.
family. I'm one of 4. So,
Okay.
But otherwise, extended family, we're a lot of us.
So when you was coming up, what high school did you go to, by the way?
I actually went to Scion out south.
Okay.
I went to private school.
Was there a lot of Mexicans out there?
No, I think I might have been the only one. No, there was another girl in my class, and we're still tight to this day. Rochelle Pichardo. Was her
Hey.
name. But yeah, but
Well, the reason why I asked that is because we often joke, D-Rod, about like when you grew up in when you growing up in Kansas City, man, especially being Mexican American, like big families, especially, you know, you go home, you're like, hey, I like this girl, or I like this guy, or whatever.
you
Yeah.
gotta
And
make
you're
sure.
like, yeah, what's that last name?
Yeah.
What's that last name?
It's always like
Like,
that.
I don't need to know first name. What's the last name?
Yeah.
You know? Did you ever have that? You ever deal with that?
I didn't, because in Northeast that was more Italian.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I didn't have that immediate concern.
Right.
But I'm sure a lot of them had that concern with each other.
Anybody ever think you was Italian though?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, what I get more than anything is, you're Filipino, right? I'm like, well, if you put it all together, I guess maybe. But no, that's not directly.
If you do the math right, you might get to
I mean, the
that.
Filipinos think I'm Filipino. They're
Really?
Like, no, you're Filipino. I'm like, I promise I'm not. I'm a
Yeah.
little Mexican girl from Kansas City.
Yeah. Do you speak Spanish?
Wasn't used in the home. It
No.
got dumbed out of my parents, and so
Really?
it's unfortunate.
Yeah. But did they grow up speaking Spanish or?
My grandparents at their
Yeah,
generation, they
yeah.
spoke it.
So your mom and dad are like our mom and, well, not my mom and dad, I should say. They're like grew up in that generation of like you don't speak Spanish. 'cause-
Assimilation.
Yeah, you're American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually like a demerit. So they dumbed it out of their children by not using it in the home.
Right, right.
What a mistake that was.
Yeah, right. Don't you be like, dang, mom and dad, you know?
But you still have to know some of the good words.
I know all the good words.
Okay, okay.
Give us
yeah.
give us two good words you know.
Yeah,
I mean-
what's your favorite?
I mean, puta.
Puta. That's a good word. That's a really cerveza might be in there.
Cerveza. I mean,
Tequila.
tequila.
Of course, tacos.
Tacos.
Let's
yeah.
go. Hey,
There's
so
listen,
many.
The
There's so
thing
many.
is all those words could be used any place, anywhere, and somebody's gonna know what you're saying.
Exactly.
They're gonna know exactly what you're talking
And they
about.
can all be used in multiple ways.
Man, I'm telling you.
I like chingona.
Yeah,
Chingona.
Chingona, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You got that on the shirt yet?
I don't. I should probably put that on a shirt.
You should put that on the
Yeah.
shirt. Rock that, because you're Chingona. We could tell. Man, look
I've
at all
been
this.
called chingona.
Look at all this.
Have you been down to Cafe Corazon?
Oh yeah, I've got one I live in Brookside now,
Oh,
and there's
okay.
one right down around the corner.
Well,
from my house.
Dulcinea, she normally has shirts made that says Chingona on them down
I feel
there.
like I've seen those. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out
She's
Dulcinea.
got
Shout
stickers.
out.
Yeah.
Shout out Cafe Corazon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you graduate high school. You said Zion private school. What was
Notre
it?
Dame de Sion.
Notre Dame de Sion.
So S-I-O-N. Yep, Sion. is what-
Zion. I said
Street
Zion.
name.
I sound like the Matrix doing that. You graduated from Zion? No, sorry, Zion.
Zion.
Don't kill me.
Yeah.
What was the plan? Like, what'd you think?
So after high school, what was my plan?
Yeah.
So even, all the way back before high school, I knew I was bouncing.
Yeah.
I loved my neighborhood. I loved my family. I loved my community. But I knew that that's a real comfy bubble. But I'm going to go find another bubble.
Right.
And even it occurred to me very early that I wanted to be a surgeon.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You want to get in
Medical
med?
field.
Like that's a special human being to get into that.
Yeah.
Right.
What was appealing about it?
Just vocation. I think vocation's very
Okay.
important to me, and I've never been someone I wake up curious every day. So, I mean, like I said, I love my community, I love my environment, but I knew that there was more to the world out there.
Right.
And so an education was a way to go explore the world. And
sure.
I was raised from a very early age, never depend on anyone. And so I knew that, when you're coming up and you're learning about what job opportunities are, that's like, okay, doctor, lawyer, those are the ones that make money. And I was
Right.
like, I relate more to being a doctor. So in high school, I really wanted to be a surgeon. And then before I graduated high school, I decided, okay, I'm going to combine all of my loves, and I'm going to be a veterinarian.
Oh, let's go. Well, let me ask you
So
this
you're-
though, real quick. So, did like growing up, you said like the independent thing. So, where does that come from? Was that mom and dad? Was that just looking around, or where would that come
Going
from?
back to my upbringing, I was raised by a single mom of 4.
gotcha.
So by not having a male in the house, there were a lot of things that I didn't have to observe. But what I was observing was a woman hustling to keep roof over our head and food on the table. I mean, she had a full-time job.
Private school.
And then private school, yeah. And so from the time I was in 3rd grade until, through high school, she went to night school 4 nights a week. So we grew up quick because we had to, but the messaging was still there. Like, no one's coming to save you. It's up to you. So that clicked and registered with us kids, and certainly with me. My experience is that I've never let go of that.
The grind never stops.
Never stops. And I thrive on the grind. So
Yeah, shout out to your mama.
Man, shout out to your mom for that. And 3 other sisters, you said.
there's 2 boys and 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. Sorry, you said 3 other siblings.
Yep.
What'd your mom do?
She worked for the phone company
Oh,
here
okay.
in Kansas City when it was still Southwestern Bell.
Yeah.
And then it went AT&T. So
Okay. But man, night school, everything like that, hustling.
yeah, she got
It's incredible.
her undergrad and a master's in that time. But yeah,
So that encouraged you, veterinarian's degree, you said?
is what I meant to do, and what I actually put all the time and effort into doing. Once I got into college, I went to Mizzou.
Okay.
Sorry if you're a KU
Shout
fan.
out
Shout out
Tigers.
MIZ.
That's all right.
Z-O-U.
JR don't like it too much.
Okay.
He says
I always say,
He said
listen,
something
I love Mizzou. I love Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay, my family from Missouri, right? I'm born in Missouri.
Right.
But anytime my friends who give me a hard time about KU, they always say MIZ, like you just said. I like to end it with ERY, misery. But that's a KU thing, right? Sorry.
That's okay. My mom went to KU for a bit, and so I grew up being force-fed the KU thing. But once it came time for me to go to college, it made sense to go to Mizzou, and then I was indoctrinated, and I can't be a Jayhawk. But all my friends are Jayhawks.
Hey, you know what that is? That's
Man,
a salute.
I don't
That's a
know.
salute.
We ain't doing it for that.
It's a
That's
thing.
a salute.
But that's dope though. Like for real. Like that's super dope. I mean, you chose your own path, you know, and that goes back to the
I mean,
independency,
even back to high school.
right?
Okay, so I chose that school. I knew nothing about that school.
Oh,
Coming
really?
from Northeast,
Yeah.
my options, if I wanted to, I mean, we're Northeast High School.
Sure.
Or to stay private were at the time St. Pius or St. Mary's. And I had a lot of friends that went to both of those schools, and they're great.
Got you.
But I knew that I wanted to do more. I knew that there was another tier.
Right.
And I got this core memory. I got this flyer in the mail from this high school, Notre Dame de Sion, open house. They always do them in the fall.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, can we go to here?
Yeah.
Because the other option, keep in mind, was St. Teresa's, which is still a viable option.
Oh,
but I was
yeah.
like, I didn't know there was another all girls,
all females,
Catholic high school. Can we go to that?
Right.
Can we go check them out? And we did, and I was like, I want to go there. And it's probably the first time my own mother heard of that school.
Yeah.
It was all from a flyer in the mail.
Wow.
Which is funny because I hate the mail now, but it was the mail that got my attention then that changed the course of my life. So I got a scholarship. I got my own scholarship, 13 years old. Figured out I had a teacher.
Academic or?
Academic.
Wow.
I had a teacher there at Holy Cross, Sandy Morgan, that helped me out with finding out what my options were. But I wrote my own essay, and she helped me submit it. And it was actually through the Guadalupe Center.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out
yeah,
Guadalupe
yeah.
Center.
Yeah. So got my first scholarship from the Guadalupe Center, yay, to go to Scion. And then after that, Scion bestowed scholarships to, for the next 4 years. And my sister was a year behind me, and she's even
She
tougher.
followed
Five-
your first steps. She
Yeah.
followed you.
Yeah, she went to Scion as well, and she doesn't live here, but she went to West Point.
Hey. Dang.
So we're not, when I say, like, we're not
Y'all
messing
are
around.
Yeah.
y'all are badass. Hey.
That Chingona word.
Exactly.
That's
Chingona,
that
man.
Chingona. So your love for animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was a way for me to combine all of my, all of my loves. Did the whole undergrad degree, did pre-vet, was the president of the pre-vet club there on campus at Mizzou, the biggest
Hey.
club on campus,
Right.
for 2 years, which is usually only a senior 1 year stint. But as a junior, I talked my way into, being known within that pre-vet community, and
Right.
got voted in as president of the pre-vet club as a junior, and then, a second term as my senior year. But when it all comes down to it, the hard thing about getting into vet school is that it's, maybe you've heard that it's harder to get into vet school than med school. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Never.
But the reason is that at the time, there were only 28 vet schools in the United States. I don't know how many
Wow.
med schools there are, but there's considerably more
yeah.
med schools.
There's several just
Yeah.
around here.
And the way that it works is that if you come from a state that has a vet school, you have one admission option. That's it.
Really?
Like if I were to
Yeah.
be applying to med schools, I could apply to New York,
Right.
Colorado,
Right.
California, wherever,
Right.
and roll the dice. But if you come from a state that has a vet school, and Missouri does have a vet school, that's it. That's
That's
your
all you're-
consideration. And at the time, they only let in 54 students, and 10 of them were automatically for out of state, and those are for states that don't have vet schools,
Like the neighboring states.
or just states that don't have vet schools. So there's only 28 vet schools. Not every state has a vet school.
Right.
Hey.
So when it came down to it, I was an alternate 2 years in a row.
Right.
My VCAT was poor. I took it too early, but like
Yeah.
academic wise and who I was on campus and what I was going to be, I nailed all that.
Right.
And then, nepotism and people are owed favors, and I didn't come with any pedigree.
Exactly.
I was just out there.
You for girl from Northeast.
I'm just a little girl from Northeast.
Yeah.
But you can still say my name in Colombian. They know who I am.
Hey. They remembered
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, but when it came down to it, I didn't get in. And I would have gotten in on that third try. People from the vet school, I had, mentors there. They're like, just go a third time. You're getting in. I'm like, you know what? I've actually been given a lot of time to think about this.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to go with human medicine. So what I didn't do was apply to med school. That was fine.
Right.
But I went to radiology. I got a radiography degree.
Wow.
So,
okay.
yeah, I was an X-ray tech, CT tech, MRI tech for many, many years in the hospitals all over the country, really.
Yeah. Was that just because you wanted to just stay something around like medical career or,
Field.
Yeah, at the time, how it was sold to me is that it came with a great quality of life and great pay, which it did, but without, not having to go to med school and do all
Right.
that, which... Looking back, I've turned out okay. We'll get to the rest of the story.
Yeah.
But it was a good decision for me, and
Right.
I have, 15 years working in ERs and ICUs, and I've seen some crazy
Man.
shit.
Oh, man.
It take a toll on you, right?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I don't know how dark you want to go, but I've seen.
Go
I've
ahead.
seen-
Tell.
I've seen
The worst one.
babies. I've seen. There was this couple, and it still breaks my heart, that came in their trailer. I don't know what caused the explosion, but there was an explosion, and they came in. I was working at KU.
Explosion in the trailer.
Explosion in the trailer.
Okay, we can take a guess.
And husband and
Heisenberg.
wife came in, and when there's burn victims come in, like you smell their flesh, and I was like, poor things. When it was all said and done, the husband did not survive, but the wife did, and she spent quite a bit of time at the burn unit at KU. And then with what I did, I'm X-raying, trauma patients when they come in off of the ambulance, but then also when they're inpatient, I'm doing their daily X-rays.
Right.
Like people need chest X-rays, if it's broken bones, you're doing portable X-rays bedside. So I'm actually following these patients
Right.
along, and so I have a lot of experience with that. But yes, there's a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma.
Yeah.
That when I hear you talk through that, Charisse, I have to tell you, it's like you have a lot of mental and emotional toughness, like grit behind you.
Yeah.
Because that's not a easy, like.
Well, that's
not-
some tough skin.
Exactly, like literally.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
literally,
legit.
like you're seeing people in their worst condition, probably.
Oh yeah.
For
And
15 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
shit. Even a officer. You know, we sat with a couple officers before that. Shout out y'all throwing. We shout out. You know that in 2 years or 3 years or whatever it may be. I mean, just being first responders.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and I mean
My brother was a firefighter for 20 years, and so yeah.
Yeah. So seeing that, I mean, man, I couldn't imagine. I mean,
Where do you think that came from for you though? I mean, especially because you're still young. Yeah, that grit and that toughness.
I mean, I know a lot of it going back to, having to grow up so young. We were 4 kids, and that had to like raise ourselves because mom had to do what she had to do.
Right.
And I mean, you've got your blind, not your blinders, but I mean,
you're constantly
I mean, I can read a room.
Right.
I know it street smarts.
Yeah,
Street
yeah,
smarts.
yeah.
But my gut for being able to take all that, I think, still stems from all of that. Just, I mean, I wouldn't say I grew up on the streets.
Right.
I had a home.
I don't know. Northeast pretty tough. Was you in a gang? Just be honest.
I was in the 9th Street Dogs.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Well, in that time frame, just to touch on what you're saying, right? And we've had this conversation before. It's just situation awareness. We've
Exactly.
been we all grew up in urban
Yes.
area, so we're
Right.
situation aware.
Right.
I do the same thing whenever I go to a restaurant. They always kind of like want to peep everything out and look everything out. You know.
Sit down with your back to the door and everybody else like.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I hate because my wifey, man, you gotta talk to my wifey. Like, just like we'll walk in a restaurant and she doesn't do it on purpose, but she'll just be like, I'm just gonna sit right here, and I'm like,
No, you with it?
okay, if somebody came storming in this door behind me
Yeah.
with a gun or a knife or something, you're what are you gonna do? You're gonna scream, right? If I seen him, I'd probably get up and do something, right?
Yeah.
So I need you to talk to my wife about
I'll
situation
help out.
awareness, please.
Yeah, so situational awareness was very much just something that whether I knew it or not, I learned and adapted and embraced from a very early age.
Right.
And going back into the high school era of my story, again, living in Northeast, but that I don't know if you know where Scion's at. It's out on 106th and Warnell.
Right.
Okay, private school. There's no public
Right.
school
Yeah.
buses. I had to figure it out. I was taking the metro as a 13-year-old.
No way! Wow.
With a transfer downtown to and from Scion,
Ooh, so you're getting up crazy early.
with all the crazies on the bus in my school uniform.
Right.
So talk about, I mean, would you think of doing that with your kids today? And that's not
No.
it's not being disparaging to my mom or anything. It's just what we had to do. We had
Right.
to adapt.
Yeah.
So I guess
survival.
that's
survival.
the answer. You adapt or die.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like survival.
Yeah.
You learn surviving at a very young age,
Right.
which then you go into that type of career, and you can kind of push all those little things aside because this is a safe space in the sense that it's your career.
Yep.
This is your job, right?
Yeah, so the fight or flight, if you want to talk, psychology and chemicals and all of that,
Right.
my fight or flight, I can focus it well enough to know that, fast forward to when I was an X-ray tech and we get a trauma come in and through the ER where I could focus and know what I need to do and not panic or cry or go throw up in the corner,
Right.
and get the job done because
Right.
we've got someone
Who
literally
needs.
dying in front of us right now. So I've got the mental fortitude for that. And
Absolutely.
I mean, again, if my sister were sitting here right now, she'd speak to the same thing. And
Right.
she's done, I think, 2 or 3 tours over.
I was gonna say West
Iraq.
Point military. Come on.
She's not fucking around.
No.
No shit. No
We got to
shit.
get her on the pod one day, Charisse. She'd be
She'll hurt your feelings.
she'd be like, all that shit you heard from my sister?
Yeah.
Oh, you about to hear more?
Yeah, that's 10 times over here.
Right.
motherfucker.
Right.
People think I'm intense, and then they meet my sister and like, nope, she's.
Well, so I mean, you were in that career, and man, what a career it was. I
Yeah.
mean, just you describing it like that. But as you moved along through life and adulthood, things like that. I mean, we're seeing all
Worn
this.
a lot of hats.
Yeah, was there a step between what we're seeing here in front of you versus the radiology career?
Yeah. So what you're looking at are all of my trophies from when I was a bodybuilder.
Hey,
So
bodybuilder.
yeah. So what happens?
Talk about mental toughness, by the way.
No kidding. That's its own episode. But when you're an adult, compared to when we're like adolescents in school, you have all of those sports outlets and you have that community outlet. But when you're an adult,
Right.
it's very different.
Right.
And I still had some gas in the tank. And I'm someone that the gears are always turning. How can I make a difference? How can I be productive?
Right.
What can I put out into the world? What can I create? How can I better myself? And 10 or 11 years ago, 2015, I had some friends that were doing these bikini competitions, and I could give a shit about bikini. I don't care.
You're like, I look good in a bikini. I don't need to do no competition for it.
But there was a way to channel all of this energy for me into something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had some coaches that I didn't know. That I was working down at Capitol Grill at the time. I worked there for a long time. And there were these coaches that got girls ready for these competitions. They were really taking off in popularity at the time. And they literally tapped me on the shoulder like, hey, we do this, blah, blah, blah. Are you interested? And I was like, that's funny you say that, because I had just moved back from Arizona, I think, and a lot of my girlfriends out there were starting to do it. And I knew their habits. And I'm like, if you can do it and be good at it, I'm going to fucking kill this shit.
Right.
So, yeah, I hired them to teach me how to do this. That was like January of 2015. The show was May of 2015. I didn't even have a gym.
4 months.
I didn't even have a gym membership at the time. And if I could throw up a before and after, you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Have you ever been into fitness before prior to that?
Not at that level, no. I mean, I was always an athlete in high school. I was too small for anything collegiate, so I wasn't an athlete in college, although, I mean, I would go to the gym and stuff, but I didn't know how to lift. I would just do the stair climber. That cardio. It's a cardio button.
Yeah.
And that's working out. But
You got them good knees.
Not anymore. But I didn't start this until I was 35. 35.
Wow, nice.
So think about you graduate high school when you're 18, 35. That's twice the life that you've lived. And that's a lot of time to get disconnected from a lot of habits.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when I was 35, I had a lot to be pissed off about, and I had a lot to say and a lot to prove, really more to myself than anyone else. But I'm like, if you all want to watch along the way, well, you can watch. And I signed up and did that competition and buckled down. And in that 4 months, I went from... Now, I was never like a sloppy obese by any means, but I was definitely soft. And at the time, I think I was at maybe like a 37% body fat, and I got down to 9%
Holy shit.
body fat
Yeah.
in 4 months.
Wow.
And I was building.
Yeah.
I was cutting and building.
Right.
And I won that fucking show.
Let's go.
Damn,
You
come
know what that
on.
is.
Hey, Charisse.
You know what that is, Charisse. That's a salute. Man.
That's a salute to you for that, right?
The 2015 show is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Your first show.
My first show.
Wow.
Won it.
I mean, there had to have been some females in there, D-Rod. That was like, I've been busting my ass for 3, 4,
Oh,
5
man.
fucking years.
Longer
and this,
than that.
This
When I
girl
say-
walks in and whoops my ass.
When I say that we could have a dedicated episode just to the underworld of what bodybuilding is, I mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much.
I
Talk
mean-
about redirecting that energy, man.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like, you say you had a bunch of shit bottled up and you just put it all into learning that craft.
Yeah.
I focused. I mean, I was working essentially 2 full-time jobs. I was working at KU I was on a swing shift. I was from noon to 8:30, and I mean, KU that place kicked my ass.
Yeah.
So I would put in my shift there, and then I was working additionally 4 nights a week as a bartender over at Capitol Grill, and I still fit in all the training. I made my own food.
Yeah.
We would do posing practice on Sundays, and so I was a busy woman, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
Did you feel like, I mean, you said a couple things talking through this story here early on about, you said I was pissed off. I needed something to get my attention, so I'm like genuinely curious, like
Why was that? What
were
was
you
that?
so pissed off about that in 4 months you went and dominated the bikini competition?
Well, what we skipped over were my 20s, and I actually got married. I was
okay.
married to a doctor.
Okay.
And even though I was still working, part-time as an x-ray tech, but that blew up, left for all the right reasons.
Sure.
And he just moved on quickly on his own, and I was like, you fucked all this up. You don't get to. So that was part of it.
Yeah.
Got you.
That was part of it. And then at the time in healthcare, for my particular job description, there was actually a saturation in the market, so I couldn't find good full-time work. Now being me, and I'm someone who I'm going all the way in life, and
Right.
being told, well, we don't have work for you. Well, how do I
Right.
pay my bills? I'm so overqualified anyway. Just let me do this. And just
Right.
life
Yeah.
bottlenecked me into beating me down.
Hey,
And I'm like, you're not going to fucking beat me down.
right.
This is something that I can plug into and be successful at. And I did, and it has had exponentially so much more positive impact on the rest of my life
Right,
that we can
right.
talk about.
Well, you just took that to every level, though, right? I mean, we're talking about, right, Joe? She's talking
Yeah.
about, your childhood and learning the grind and
Right.
learning the grit, and then you come, this marriage, and
Yeah.
that kind of went to shit, and then so you had to redirect again, so you're just building up that mental.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
and what I hear also too, D-Rod, is
Mm-hmm.
like you developed it young. We talked about some of that already. Having to get to Zion, from crazy downtown
city
buses,
bus.
crazy, and also just like in ways that it comes out for people to see, and they even wonder like, where the hell did this come from? Why is she so focused?
To this day,
Right.
I'm 47, and people
Okay.
are still like, how did you learn all this?
Right.
I'm like, sit down. You got a minute?
All right.
Now you just listen to this podcast. No, that's super dope though, and I think that's one of the things. I mean, because you are speaking to your generation now, right? Like
Yeah.
we're all similar generation,
Yeah.
and maybe, and I feel like this. I got two boys, and I'm always like, y'all can learn a thing or two about mental toughness, man. Like life ain't easy. It's hard, and it's been easier for you,
Yeah.
right? Maybe not for us, right? But hey, we ended up okay, right?
Yeah.
We went through it. We ended up okay, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your mom has to be proud of you.
She better be. Yeah. I have no regrets about the way I came up, or that I was one of four to a single mom who, was. I mean, you're not just sharing one parent, you're sharing, there's not enough parent to go around. So I didn't have anyone making dinner for me at night. I did my own laundry.
Right.
I made sure I got my homework done.
Right.
I had no one looking out for me on the daily that way. But that doesn't, I don't think I'd have it any other way.
Man,
Yeah.
speak on it.
I know.
Can't. I mean, imagine if you did, you wouldn't be who you are.
Hell, I'd be boring.
Man, let me tell you. You ever send your ex-husband a picture of you after the bikini contest?
There ain't no way he doesn't know.
Like, look at me. look at what you
We
missed
still
out
have a
on.
lot of same
Mutual friends.
Mutual friends.
You know he
Yeah.
watching. He like,
I've
damn.
had reason to chat with him in the years since.
Yeah.
But I wish him well. But at the time, I was like, oh, no, motherfucker, you know.
Yeah, right.
Shit, I'm about to hit these extra crunches on your ass.
I don't know that he would ever find this or listen to it, but if he does, this is one of the things that I locked in and let drive me at the time. Part of, not all of it, but part of the reason for the divorce was a third party.
Sure.
And when I found out about it and I saw her, I was like, what the fuck? What is this garbage pail kid? What in the world? And there's a lot of psychology behind why a man cheats down, nonetheless.
Yeah.
But I was like giving him like the what for? Like, are you kidding me? And he's like, she's got better legs than you. I'm like, all right.
Better
motherf-"
legs?
That's exactly what he said. And I'm like, okay, motherfucker.
Holy shit.
Watch this.
Watch this. Watch this quad separation.
Yeah.
I mean, cheating down. That's
Man,
a whole other.
that's a thing. That's so fucking.
That's a whole-
crazy.
I'm sorry,
separate
but I do know a lot of dudes who have
I-
cheated down,
yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
yeah.
why, bro?
Yeah.
Because it's easier.
Is it? I don't know, because I don't know from
you'd have to ask
experience.
them.
I mean, somebody needs to chime in on this. I mean, why do you cheat on your wife down? I don't know. Just tell us, because it don't make sense.
The path of least resistance, and maybe that
Uh,
men need
there's some-
validation, and
I
so they'll
could-
go with variety or something that doesn't challenge them as much.
I can get that.
And some guys just want their cake and they want to eat it too. But
Yeah.
different episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway,
to
but
me.
I let those words burn and be like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't care now. But
So you focus completely on bikini competition and
Bodybuilding.
working out, bodybuilding. I mean, I'm seeing Chicago, I'm seeing Houston, Kansas City. I mean, you
LA.
traveled quite a bit,
LA.
right?
oh yeah.
So talk about this experience more. I mean, you go in, you're 4 months in, you win your first competition, 4 or 5 months,
Wild.
somewhere in there, 2015.
What a huge ego, self-esteem.
So let me
booster.
tell you, yes, that first show that I ever did was here in Kansas City at the Midland, and it was a packed house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never been on stage that way before, and just to have a packed house and hear my name called out and the
Boy.
crowd erupted.
Really?
Yeah. It
Well, that's because
that-
you're a homegirl, right?
Well, a lot of us were. I guess a lot of people did travel in for that show as
Mm-hmm.
well. The way that I've traveled for shows,
Sure.
But it was for me a home show, and there was a lot of hometown crowd
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Yeah,
That's got to be so awesome, man. Just to
It
hear-
was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very proud.
I
of
was
myself.
impressed also with. I mean, they're all impressive. Don't take that wrong. But the LA one, I mean, that's first place.
That
in
was
LA.
a national one too. So a lot of these other shows were more regional. There would be at an amateur level, which is what the Kansas City show was at that level. Maybe there's in 2 months there's a Chicago show, and 2 more months there's you'll see Houston there. So a lot of people would pick their shows that they were going to prepare for based on geography. But that LA show, that was a national level, and I won that one.
So how far in between are those? Like every 3 months, 4 months? How does that go?
They recommend that you do one show a year because it's a solid 12 to 16 week
Of
dedicated
straight
prep
training.
if you're doing it right.
Oh, okay.
And it's intense, and you need time to recover before you do the next one. But I
Right.
just took to it, and I was doing them like every 6 months,
Yeah.
maybe 6 to 8 months. So I packed in, I think, 8 shows altogether in 5 or 6 years' time.
What's your meal prep like back then?
Man.
Ooh, man.
A lot
Chicken
of
and
protein.
broccoli.
A lot of protein.
So yeah, have you heard of carb cycling?
I have not.
Okay, so depending on your training, like if I'm doing upper body, I would do a low carb, high protein day, and your fat stays pretty consistent throughout. But if I'm doing like a leg day, you need carbs, bigger muscles, you need more energy. So
Right.
it's a high carb day. So my menu, I mean, a lot of chicken, sweet potatoes. Did I do a lot of rice? I think I grew into rice, not initially, but sweet potatoes were my preferred
Yeah.
carbohydrate. Avocados, unlimited cruciferous vegetables, that's your broccoli, your cauliflower.
Right.
Did you have a
lettuce.
cheat day or anything? Or
That-
no, not at that
No.
level. Huh.
No, a lot of coaches, depending on their athletes, would allow them to, and my coaches said go for it, and I'm like, nope, I'm not breaking this. Nope.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah, right.
So that, I mean, especially that first show, I didn't even so much as have a Diet Coke.
Damn. Just water and power drinks, or like
For what I drank, yeah, water and protein shakes.
protein shakes.
Yeah, but I'm not a big drinker anyway, so I didn't have to give up a lot that
right,
way.
Right.
But you could always tell
Yeah.
who cheated their way to get to the stage.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, so
Yeah.
that wasn't going to be me.
Even even with women competitors,
Absolutely, with women competitors.
Really?
like do they do the jab and all that too? Right.
So I never did, but depending on your
Some of 'em.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
depending on your category and what your goals were.
Right.
It's necessary. But I never wanted to jump categories. I did one show at the next category up, but I was more of a tweener. Like I could strip down and shred pretty good,
Right.
but I could never build the volume to really compete at that next
I got you.
category.
Yeah. And are those categorized by weight levels?
You don't step on a scale. It's more. It's up to the athlete what
Oh.
division they want to enter into, and if your coaches are good coaches, they'll
Yeah.
direct you appropriately.
Right.
Okay.
I had the most success in the bikini category, even though we're all in bikinis. It's called bikini, because I just my frame. Like I get my shoulder caps would come out. I'm quad dominant, but I still couldn't build the mass to compete at the next density level.
Yeah, and I'm asking these questions, man. I'm intrigued by it, man. I've always, I've
telling you, there's
I've
its
always
own
been.
episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
for sure.
what'd you say? The
It's called carb cycling.
It sounded to me like you're directing the carbs where to go, because you said on leg day you eat more carbs.
Oh yeah.
So, is that part of it? Like, like I need more in my legs, so I'm going to eat more.
Well, yeah,
carbs?
you're going to process your calories. Call it a 24-hour period.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you've ingested, you've
Right.
processed, and you're on to the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
So your diet
Yeah.
goes accordingly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing we're not talking about, sorry, D-Rod,
Yeah, no, it's good.
is I'm looking at these and they all say 35 plus.
Yeah.
So that's like age is a huge factor. And 35 years old, I mean, for females, I'm assuming, not a female, your body starts changing. Things, your digestive system changes, everything,
Hormones.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Hormones, everything changes. So, I mean, what was your biggest challenge? Like, did you feel that as you were going through it? Like, oh man, this used to be easy for me like 10 years ago, but.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and you don't know the way your body's going to respond to training.
Right.
You don't get to decide, okay, so I got my diet dialed into this and I want that to be how I lose belly fat. You don't get to decide that.
Right.
For me, my biggest challenge was always drying. They call it drying out, in my legs, which they're still great legs. But that you see some of these girls up there and like their hamstring tie-in at their glute.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I'm like, I would never be able to do that, but good for them.
Right.
So that's something that I knew. Another reason why I didn't do the next category up is because I knew that I couldn't naturally achieve that level of striation and that level
Got you.
of again, the hamstring tie-in. Can you picture a hamstring tie-in? Just picture on a profile of a female and like her glutes and where her hamstring ties in at that glute. If there's a nice deep indent and she's got that nice full glute that comes
I
out,
know
that's
exactly what you're talking
impressive.
about.
That's a hamstring tie-in.
Okay. Now I know what I'm looking for. Or looking at, I guess. I don't know.
I imagine you got some pictures of you on your IG,
Yes,
right?
I do.
All right. So,
Oh,
anybody interested? What's your IG handle?
KC Chorizo.
Let's go.
KC Chorizo.
I love that.
Yeah, I know. I love it
There's
too.
a story there.
Well, I want to know how did the chorizo thing come?
So-
Did they call you chorizo on stage? By the way, that would have been dope. That would have been super dope.
Maybe. I mean, I'm even in my bodybuilding world. A lot of people just chorizo. They don't even know my name is Charisse. Yeah, they call me chorizo. So how I got that name is all the other hats that I've worn in life.
Right.
I've always held a second job, and I've always worked in restaurants.
Right.
And my bar backs and my bussers were always Spanish speaking. They called me chorizo.
Hey.
They would see my name, Charisse, and they could never say it. Chorizo. So they started calling me
Hey.
chorizo, and then everyone started calling me chorizo, and it's followed me state to state.
Hey.
Chorizo.
Yeah.
And so then when Instagram became a thing, 10, 12 years ago,
right.
that was my name.
Yeah, you were like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my name.
Yeah.
So-
If you know,
KC
you know,
Chorizo.
right?
KC Chorizo. Shout out for that. Do you eat chorizo?
I actually don't. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, you got to try it.
I've had it.
Yeah.
I just
But
don't.
not no more.
I just don't do a lot of
It's
pork.
not your
Yeah,
jam.
yeah,
Well, they
yeah.
got beef chorizo now too.
They do.
Even chicken.
Oy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these medals go with each one of these plaques?
Yes. So when you do a show, you can do multiple categories.
Okay.
You can even compete in the bikini category, and if you want to try your hand at the next category, you can compete at the same show concurrently in both categories. And I did that one show. So there's more. Are there more medals than trophies? There may be more medals than trophies. Yeah, that would make sense. There's more medals than trophies because I placed top 5. You only get a medal if you're top 5. You get the actual trophy if you're top 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and I placed top 5 and more. That's what the medals are for. So
That's the super dope. So now, obvious question: are you still doing some of this? Is it appealing at
I
all?
am.
Did you
I
decide?
am
When did you
happily
decide?
retired.
I was gonna say, when did you decide? Why did you decide? Just like, okay, that's enough.
it was
I did that.
it was actually COVID, and I was
Okay.
3 weeks out from another pro show because I got my
Okay.
pro card and all that. When everything shut down, and it gave me time to think about things. And what I haven't talked about yet is that what I was fighting through at the time was a lupus diagnosis.
Oh, okay.
And anyone listening who's got that, they know that it takes you down. I mean, it affects your blood. And so I just didn't
Right.
recover from training the way that I normally would. And so I
Gotcha.
was like, I mean, even I made it all the way to Worlds back in the summer of 18, and that's the year I got diagnosed. That before I knew what I had, like I crawled my way to that stage, is how I put it.
Really?
Like I
Felt
was
that
that,
way, huh?
yeah. But I wasn't gonna throw in the towel. I'd invested too much, like literal money, time,
Right.
energy, resources. I will go. And when I got diagnosed, my doctor was like, "You don't need to be doing that." I was like, "I'm 3 weeks out. Shut up. We're going."
Yeah.
And so I competed on the world stage.
I mean, the world stage, D-Rod. I mean, you said 2018, so that's
Yep.
3 years in, right?
Yeah.
3 years in. I mean,
got all the way to the world stage.
that's incredible. I
That's
mean,
badass.
that goes back to that focus, that drive.
Yep.
You know, we talked about earlier, man.
Yeah.
What did you do after that? I mean, well, let's talk about lupus though. So you got diagnosed lupus, right?
Uh-huh.
And how did it come about? Like, when did you start realizing something?
Well,
was
when my
bothering
hair
you?
was falling out, when my hands were so
okay.
swollen that I couldn't grip doorknobs, when I felt like a sloth, I couldn't.
Like low
just
energy?
literally way low energy, like fatigue, like
Right.
I bled out somewhere and I didn't have blood.
Oh, okay.
Real, just terrible. It's under control now and it's managed, but that's
Right.
before we knew what it was. Those were
Right.
the symptoms.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you stayed with it for a couple years. It sounds like you said COVID.
Yeah, so 18 to 20, I didn't do any. Did I? I don't think I did any shows, and I was getting ready in the spring of 20 for another pro
okay.
show.
And that's when everything shut down.
And that's when it shut down, and then I was like, okay, maybe that's the universe saying, "You've done enough, baby
Yeah,
girl."
you take care of
need
yourself
a
now.
rest.
Yeah.
You need to redirect to something
And
else.
I mean, and I made it to the world stage, and I'm not going to beat them Brazilians. I'm not going to beat them Brazilians.
Why? What's so?
They are made different.
Yeah.
They are made different. They have different money behind them to skirt the challenges, and they're just genetically different.
Right.
And so good for them.
Yeah. We talked to, I don't know if you know Helen Ortiz Hurley. She's a local professional bodybuilder.
I think I do know. I think we've
Yeah.
actually trained
She's-
together.
yeah,
We would
she-
do posing together.
She's from Guatemala.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do know Helen.
Yeah. We talked to her a couple years ago now.
yeah,
D-Rod.
she's solid, man.
Yeah, and she still goes. I mean, she's like 60,
yeah.
I think,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's professional still. I'm like, dang, still getting after it.
I know. I didn't have that in the cards for me just because there was just life and health, and I'm like, this is the universe saying you
Slow down.
You
Yeah.
did what you were
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, you could tell by looking at your socials, though. I mean, it's like you're a very beautiful woman. You have photos, professional photography.
Mm-hmm.
You do. You've been in you transitioned at some point. You transitioned into film.
Yeah.
So,
Modeling.
like, was that during COVID? Was that post COVID? Like, how
It's
did
been
all this
all
come
along
about?
the way. So bodybuilding comes with, people. I mean, it's an aesthetic.
Right.
So you want to show it off, and people want to see it.
Right.
So photo shoots come along with that, and I started doing those photo shoots when I was competing, and it got the attention of
Producers and
a lot of other entities, of the photographers, and just the throw in social media and the reach that you have and
Right.
exposure for that. And,
Right.
Actually, I joked that at the time, had I known any better, that I should have been, on The Mandalorian or like something, because when I was like at peak condition, like I was a superhero.
Right,
like
right,
I should have been
right,
cast
right.
in one of those.
Right.
Or like the Avengers or something. But I was too
What-
busy to even pull my head up. And
Well, when did it first come about for you? Like the first time somebody reached out and said, "Hey, we might have this opportunity for you. What do you think?"
so the gradual, natural progression of it all is, okay, all the photo shoots, and then I started making friends with a lot of the fashion people here locally,
okay.
and Kansas City Fashion Week, and photo shoots associated with that, and introduction to other professionals from that genre, and so my fitness took me into fashion modeling,
Gotcha.
and I have an agent here locally
Okay.
who I've done commercial work with, and then from there, you start becoming exposed to other casting opportunities. And that landed me all the way in front of Martin Scorsese.
Wow. Like,
shit.
like literally in front of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I've been in a Martin Scorsese film.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What-
So,
Which one is that?
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Really?
Yeah.
With Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah, Leonardo.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
There's who else? There's John Lithgow.
John Lithgow?
Lithgow. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of.
It was that cast was a who's who.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there I
yeah.
was on a
Yeah.
$200 million set in the middle of Oklahoma, August.
What was your character? What'd you
I
do?
played a nurse because at the time they were sending out, I had submitted for that project for months. To my disappointment, I never got a call back. And then, because how it goes is I got information to end up on the casting list
Okay.
for extras, which is fine by me.
Right.
And so you would submit if you met the criteria for what they were needing, and for whatever the email was. Never heard back. And this one day, like maybe 4 or 5 months into getting
Right.
these emails,
Right.
we need healthcare workers. We need nurses. And I don't know if you know the story behind this film. It's a true story.
Yeah.
I looked it up as soon as I saw it. I was
Yeah.
like, this
Yeah.
is wild.
It's a true story.
That's
The
a true story, yeah.
Osage Native American tribe were parked in the late 1800s down in that part of Oklahoma by the
Oklahoma.
U.S. government because they're like, they'll die.
Yeah.
That's where you put them. Well, the whole time they were sitting on oil.
Right.
Yeah.
So they were smart enough, the tribe was smart enough to get land rights. And that means that what's in the ground is theirs.
Yeah.
Right.
Same way people fight about sky rights now.
Right.
But land rights. So someone was wise enough to get that put on paper. And so they were entitled to that oil. They were entitled to that money. So they became very wealthy very quickly.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to attract nefarious characters. And so the story, the true story that this film goes on about is a mother and her 4 grown daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have, it's called head rights.
Mm-hmm.
They're all very wealthy. Well, the white man's coming in and they're marrying into these tribes for, for their
the
own
money?
motive, for their money. Well, this true story follows a man and his uncle, characters played by Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, who are killing this family one member at a time, down to the last remaining daughter who is married to Leonardo DiCaprio's character.
Right.
And he's poisoning her. Everyone's either their house has been blown up, someone got
Right.
shot
Yeah, they
in
shot
a Bed
one of
Creek.
them,
Yeah.
right.
The last remaining sister, he's slowly poisoning her with an injection of some sort. And I play her nurse in all of her hospital scenes.
Really?
So that actress,
I gotta go look that up.
yeah, that actress, Lily Gladstone, went on to be nominated for an Academy Award that season.
Yeah.
And all of my scenes are with her.
With her.
Yeah. And it started as a one-day shoot.
Yeah.
I was going to go down to Oklahoma. They're like, can you be here for a fitting tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. Got my work sorted out, drove down to Oklahoma, 5-hour drive, still worth it.
Right.
And did my nurse 1920s. It's all based in the 1920s.
Yeah.
And my 1920s nurse outfit. And then they're like, okay, we shoot one day next week. I'm like, great, awesome. And that day I met Martin Scorsese.
It's incredible.
Right?
That's
Like,
incredible. Like, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Walking legend.
Like, I can't, you don't go higher unless Christopher Nolan wants to call me, but but on this particular scene, like my back was to the scene. I'm a nurse at a bedpan or a wash station or something, and there's a doorway here, and the way it works is that the AD comes in and gets everyone set up, lighting does all of their things, which takes a long time, by the way.
Right.
And then Marty will come through and give his blessing. And I wasn't expecting, but through that doorway, it's just me and him. He comes through the doorway, and it's Martin Scorsese. And I look at him. He's like, hi, honey. I'm like, hi. He walks through, and he goes to his monitor, and he yells, action.
Wow.
And I think that day we shot 2 scenes. One got cut, but one got kept. And I thought that was it. And I was happy with that. I was on cloud 9. Martin Scorsese called me honey.
Yeah.
He
That you're
thanked me.
starstruck.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I got called back the next week. They're like, we want you back. I'm like, you
For
do?
another scene?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So what he was doing that day that I didn't know about, there were 5 or 6 of us outfitted as nurses. There was one ensemble scene that we shot, and there was one scene, I guess we did keep both those scenes from that day, of just me and other actors in the hospital room.
Yeah.
But he saw something that I got back to hair and makeup for the next week.
Right.
And the little old ladies that they've made careers out of doing movie hair and makeup. And they work as a team, and they've traveled together for 30 years, and they're all from like South Carolina, so they all talk like little Southern belles. And they're like, we heard about you. I'm like, what did you hear?
Uh-oh.
They're like, Marty liked you. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, he liked the way you walked. I'm like, the way I walked? Okay, I'll take it.
Right.
So what he was doing was picking one of us
Yeah.
to shoot dedicated scenes with the female lead, and he picked me.
Hey, that's a salute.
That's a hell of a salute,
man.
man. Salute.
That's beautiful.
That is.
Well, not to bring back a bad memory, but I heard legs. Martin Scorsese liked the way you walk, and then I heard somebody don't like your legs. Listen,
Shit, he's so full of shit.
who you gonna pick, man?
on.
Martin
Dude.
Scorsese, come on,
No,
man.
exactly.
Bro, you missed out, bro.
I
That's
know,
all I'm saying.
I know. Well, the only thing that, referring back to, I mean, she was a lot taller than me, and she had little toothpick flamingo legs. Okay, I guess
All
that's
right.
what counts. Whatever.
Well,
Whatever.
so what I recall about the movie, they were poisoning her with insulin.
No,
Telling her that they
they're
were giving her
poisoning
insulin. I think they were
That's-
giving her like a
Yeah.
cyanide or
They
something.
they
Yeah.
told her it was from Canada because insulin was new
Mm-hmm.
back in the 20s, and it was from Canada, I believe. And man, I'm telling you, I watched this movie, Charisse, and it, like, first of all, any real movie based on a real story keeps me.
Same.
I'm like,
Yeah.
completely in.
I'm historical nonfiction in my
Especially a movie like that with so much,
Yep.
this horrible stuff,
Terrible.
right?
Yeah.
Obvious question: Leonardo DiCaprio. Did you ever meet that dude?
So I did not, but I'll tell you what I did get to experience. We shot the summer of 21 still under strict COVID protocols. Like, I had to show up, my call time was still 5 a.m. and they'd swab your brain and make sure that you were still good
Right.
before they would let you enter set. And in between scenes, it was strict masks and all the thing. And in fact, one of my scenes with Lily, the female lead, where I'm feeding her in her hospital bed, I joke that you can't see it, but like my black mask that I had, I tucked underneath her hospital pillow on the bed. I'm like, oh, can you see my mask? And if you didn't share scenes, you didn't share air. That was just a strict thing, and I wasn't scripted to share any scenes with him.
Gotcha.
But they were still shooting. One of my days that we shot, they did shoot his scene that he had in the jail cell where he finds out about one of the kids dying.
Right.
I was on the other side of the wall
Okay.
for that.
Okay.
So I didn't get to see him, but I heard him, and at the time they were calling it his Oscar performance, his Oscar scene.
Yeah.
Which he did. Did he get nominated? I forget. Sorry, Leo.
Probably.
Forget.
But they were calling it his Oscar scene. So I was there on set, heard it that day that he filmed it, but I didn't get to canoodle.
Well, like, so
With him.
right? So you don't know? Like, did you know what this movie's about? What did you know going into this as an actress? You know, and you got this small little role, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you know about the movie? What did they tell you, or did they just call you and say, "Hey, we need you to come down here and do this"?
Well, they actually, when you're cast, they think they're doing a good job, and it's they keep it under wraps until you show up that day. I'm like, I know what this is. I know what this is. But because I knew it was filming down in Oklahoma, I mean, the buzz came all the way up here to Kansas City about this Scorsese film being filmed down in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So we all knew what it was, but before that, I didn't know what it was. But learning about the story, I did my own research.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's based off of a book,
Yeah.
true story. But it is. So I did research to learn about it. So I knew the story when I went in to film.
You're talking about that casting, getting casted for that. Was there a lot of women trying to be that nurse that you got? Like, how do you like outperform them or do? I don't know what that is. What's that look like?
Well, for me, it wasn't. There weren't necessarily for this one, auditions required for it because I wasn't scripted with lines, even though I improv'd, which they had to turn down, or else they would have had to pay me SAG rates. There's all the politics with all that. But so I didn't have to do that. I do have a different story of another movie that I did have to do that with, but they called in. I don't know how the casting directors decide off of all of their entries, how they narrow it down. Maybe it's an aesthetic, maybe because a lot of my casting, I'm ethnically ambiguous, is literally the box they check for me on paper. That means I lean Hispanic, I lean Filipino. I lean
Italian,
maybe Native American. Yeah. So I think that my aesthetic got me cast originally. But the day that he looked at all of us, that he gave blessings to be cast, he was like, I'm picking one. It's going to be her. Yeah. And that was me. Wow. So I didn't know I was being observed in that way, or that there was the need for another, more to my role. But God bless.
You say you was in some other movies?
Yeah.
How many have you been in total?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
This past summer, I was part of the Hallmark movie that was shot here, Christmas at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
I was in that.
Really?
Played one of the musicians and I've not even gotten to see it because I don't have cable. And then the Hallmark channel's only on cable.
Right.
So I haven't even gotten to see it, but I played one of the country musicians because that story goes back into 1995. So I got to be dressed up like a country music,
Hey.
And that was on the Hallmark channel?
Hallmark channel, yeah.
Well, I can just tell you, honestly, I haven't seen that one.
Neither have I.
But you know which one I did see, JL?
What's that?
I seen the short one, The Unexpected.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was back in 20...
I think that was the summer of 21 as well.
21 or something too, right?
Yeah, I played there's a black market for organs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
based
dark.
on a true story, another true story.
I'm sure.
True-ish.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are black markets
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
organs,
for sure.
and so the plot line is that I am the wife of a kingpin, and I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah.
But those things happen.
I know it. And that, man, JL, if you haven't seen that, watch. I told my daughter about it, because I told her who we're having, and I was like, I watch this movie she was in. I was telling everybody to check it out, man. It's a short film, but it's dope. It's
but
dope.
Straight up, check out that.
That was actually produced by a local group, AGA Productions. If you're familiar with them, they'd be great to have on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AGA.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll send you their stuff.
You still putting yourself out there? You still trying to get into some movies?
There was another movie this summer with Paul Schrader, and that name didn't, to me, ring a bell at the time. But he is a writer and a director, but he writes for Scorsese. He wrote Taxi Driver. He wrote Raging Bull.
Wow.
He wrote and directed American Gigolo.
Is he the guy who he's not the guy who died? Paul Schrader?
No.
Okay.
Who died?
Oh, man, there was a Hollywood writer.
I know you're talking about.
Oh, that's Rob Reiner.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Is that
that's right.
about his son?
Yeah,
That's Rob Reiner.
My bad. The name sounded a little like. I was just saying.
Paul Schrader, and they filmed here in Kansas City. Jack Houston was in it, and he is Jessica Houston's nephew.
Oh,
and
okay.
he's a director in his own right, but a lot of them act as well. He was also in House of Gucci, if you ever saw that.
Oh, dope movie.
And one of my favorite actresses, Sofia Boutella. Did anyone see Atomic Blonde?
Yes.
Okay, so the French girl.
I have not.
You would love it. It's Charlize Theron.
You would.
I'm writing it down right now.
Go home and watch it. It's like
Atomic
female
Blonde.
James Bond,
Yeah.
but sexier.
Well, I gotta watch it now.
But the French actress in it, Sofia Boutella, who plays Delphine,
Mm-hmm.
she was in this as well,
Oh,
and I
okay.
shared my scenes with her.
And it was shot in Kansas City?
Part of it was.
Oh, okay.
But when they were shooing here, I was
Gotcha.
in scenes with her.
Hey.
And I didn't know it until the day of. There's another one. They try and think that, we're not going to tell you what we're doing.
Right.
And true, that morning, I really didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was getting called to Ted Lasso. So I'm like, where's
That would have
Sudeikis?
been right. That would have been pretty dope though.
But no, once I got on set, I'm like, oh, this is even cooler. Freaking Paul Schrader.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is like some more royalty.
Right.
So anyway, I shot my scenes for that over the course of 2 different days. And
Okay.
Basics of Philosophy is the name of that film. Not out yet.
Okay.
So
Basics of Philosophy.
When's that
Look
going to
for it,
drop?
look
When's
for
that
it.
going to drop? You know?
it didn't, last I checked, it didn't have a release date. It just said early 27.
Okay.
So we shall see.
All right.
So now you're into this actress.
Yeah, I've been able to do a lot
Yeah,
here
yeah.
from Kansas City.
Yeah.
So I could probably do more, but it would require me to move to LA
California.
or even, the lot is happening in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah.
So, but it would require me to move, and
Right.
I'm not 22 anymore. I'm not 32 anymore. So there's just a lot that goes into at this stage in life,
Right.
uprooting to pursue that.
Right.
When I've been able to actually do some really cool stuff
Yeah.
from right here.
Yeah.
So-
well, this city's just growing
Yeah.
too. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they say that them bigger cities, they got more, potential for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But don't sleep on this.
No,
one, man.
no. Well, and so we've talked to a couple of people. Shout out Big Core, man. He lives in LA. He's from Kansas City. And, he started the OG network doing, productions and stuff on that with Ice-T.
yeah.
Ice-T, him,
nice.
and they put it together. I guess where I'm going with that is to say, when we talked to him on his episode, he talked quite a bit about Kansas City is revving, man. Like, it's coming where productions are going to be coming more and more and more to Kansas City.
Well, right. There's
bro.
a lot happening in the background with rebates and
Right.
people. They're being forced to film where it's cost productive, and it's simply very expensive to film on backlots at Warner Brothers
Right.
or wherever.
Right.
So Kansas City's become a good option.
Yeah, and it's so diverse. The you can see an old neighborhood, you can see a new neighborhood, you can see the plaza, which
Yeah.
is different type of architecture, versus downtown. It's just so unique,
Yeah.
man. Kansas City is just so crazy different in many parts within 15-20 minutes of each other.
Oh, yeah.
The beautiful thing.
There's
right?
a lot of flavor here, and it's progressive. Like, I lived out of Kansas City from 1998, college, consider that. And I didn't move back home until 2014. So in that time, however many years that is, I was living all over everywhere else. But when I came back, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
a
What
lot
happened
has
here?
changed.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
progressive, yeah.
I was like 2008. So was Power and Light there back? Was Power and Light?
1998. I moved out, went to Mizzou back in 1998.
Right, but you said you moved back in 08?
14.
14.
So P&L was there.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't when I was in my 20s, I was living in Scottsdale. So I didn't I didn't do the Kansas City Westport
Right.
scene the way
Yeah.
that I would have if I still lived here.
No, for sure. But I'm just saying the things that were different. Like,
Yeah.
for example,
Oh.
Sprint Center
Yeah.
would have been there.
Well, the whole downtown.
It wouldn't have been when you left in 98.
Nope.
It wouldn't have
Nope.
been
Yeah.
there.
So when
Right.
you came back, it was all there. Like,
Right.
holy shit!
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
That's what I'm talking about.
Crossroads, when people kept talking about the Crossroads, I'm like, you mean the West Side?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You mean the Boulevard?
Man.
Like, no, it's the Crossroads. I'm like, when the hell did that change?
Exactly.
Okay,
I'm like,
Crossroads.
Crossroads. What is
Yeah.
it? Is that the part we don't go to? Ain't nothing but homeless people down there selling drugs. Nah, that's crazy. Is there something about when you're in and around, doing movie productions or for a movie like Killers of the
Flower Moon.
Flower Moon?
Moon.
Want to make sure I get that title right. Go check it out. Hollywood, Martin Scorsese. Is there something that you weren't prepared for in the sense of wow, this is, my guess is you've seen burned people at this point. You've seen people half dead or dying.
Yeah.
It probably
Have
didn't.
I had a pinch me moment?
Yeah, was there a
I'll tell
moment
you
where
exactly when it was.
What was it?
It was on that set of that movie, and me. It was just the three of us: me, Lily, the female lead, and Marty, right there, going over our scene together. And he's got his monitor, his iPad, and the Wi-Fi wasn't working. And he popped off like Martin Scorsese would pop off. He's like, "What the fuck? Where's my fucking Wi-Fi? My fucking kid could do this. Who's gonna fucking fix this?" And I'm just like, I love this.
Right.
Sounds like my deal.
Yeah, well, it sounded like Martin Scorsese.
Right.
And so that was a real pinch me moment. I'm like, it's a Tuesday morning in August. It's hotter than hell. And I'm sitting here with Martin Scorsese. He's popping off on his crew. I'm fucking loving this.
How are the people reacting though? I'm curious to that.
Oh, they jump.
Oh yeah.
They jump. You know, you're not going to make Marty wait.
Nah.
I mean, that, and it was, they were spending a lot of money.
Right.
Time is of the essence.
Right,
So
right.
they weren't dicking around.
Yeah.
No
He
shit.
needs his monitor working.
That's super dope.
So far, out of these few that you made, right? You got a good handful.
Yeah.
You know, and it sounds like you're this is the route you're going. So far, out of these ones that you made, is there a favorite? Or top 2, 3?
I mean, I can't beat Scorsese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That story alone.
There were so many contacts I made. There were the whole experience, and from beginning to end, from getting the email say, "Can you be here tomorrow?" to my rapping scenes was like 10 days, and so I was just on cloud 9 for 10 days because I kept getting called back.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that I was wrapped because I was going day by day. But I now know when I was wrapped because I'm on this side, or maybe I was looking this way, talking to Lily, and I feel someone at my shoulder, and it's Marty, and he's looking up at me, and I'm not that big, and he's looking up at me. He's like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "No, thank you."
Right.
And if I had my phone, I would get a picture of us.
Right.
But it didn't. But I mean, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I really liked, I don't know if you also saw the same crew that did The Unexpected. We did a trailer feature that we were trying to get made into a feature called, oh my gosh, I play a superhero mother.
Okay.
Her name was Kalora, and I can't think of it. It's the tequila. I'm sorry,
Superhero
guys.
movie.
Yeah, but
Is that Sapien?
Sapiens.
Sapien.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sapien.
Sapiens. And that was really fun because we drove out 4 hours into western Kansas to this rock formation that is, looks like you're on the moon.
Oh.
And that was kind of the goal,
Right.
to use that backdrop. And I have all of these relationships with prominent local designers. And so I curated my wardrobe all the way down to, I have this metal tiara headpiece.
Hey.
And this totally bedazzled sequins or a crystal bodysuit and the whole, I put it all together. I went to the designer and she hadn't put these pieces together before, and I was like, I want that with that, and then we're calling Christy up and we're going to get her tiaras and we're going to go. So that one I really liked because I've always had a vision. So I got to really use my vision to help these producers and directors create their vision. And so
Right.
it was a lot of symbiosis. So I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
That one was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, The Unexpected was cool too because I got to work with, again, the same crew, but they also had one of the directors was a guy out of LA, Remy Adeleke, if you know his name.
I do not.
He's actually been on a Fox show, Special Forces, where
Okay.
it's a reality show
Yeah.
where because he's military. That's
Yeah.
how this local producer, director, and him knew each other from the military.
Yeah.
And now they're all making movies.
Yeah.
But Remy has gotten into reality TV, and there's a show with these Special Forces military guys, and they take, whether it be normal civilians or now celebrities, and they take them out in the
Militarize
field
them.
and militarize them.
You know-
and
you
Remy's
know-
on that.
You know what I loved about that Unexpected movie, though, man, JL? You got to watch this. Pull it
I'm gonna
up.
watch it.
Is that the whole concept of it, it's a reverse.
Yeah.
It reverses the beginning part, what she said, right? It's about basically trafficking in organs and black market, but it shows where this child needs a transplant, and then it
Needs a
shows a heart, and then it shows 2 hours ago, and then 6 hours ago, and then 10 hours ago, and then it gets back to like 2 weeks or something like that, where it's just
Yeah, it was
dope
really
how
it was
it's-
really creative that the story
Yeah.
was told in reverse, like
In
he
reverse.
said. The story
okay.
opens with they got the heart.
Yeah,
How'd you get that heart?
Right.
and
And
it
it
just
tells the story about how they got the heart, and it's terrible.
backtracks all the way, and then the end is the beginning. Oh, that was fucking dope, man. It's dope. The unexpected, man.
That was all filmed here in Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah, we had a private jet that they needed, and with the connections that these guys have, I don't know if you know who Jesse Seitzer is. He's big in like the motivational speaking space. I think he's a part owner in maybe the Nuggets or something.
Okay.
But him
Does
and
he live
Remy,
here too?
him and Remy are friends, and Remy's like, I need a jet. He's like, I'll have my jet flown out to you guys. And so we shot in his private jet out of Kansas City Airport. The downtown airport. That was cool. So things like that.
Yeah.
Been really cool to be a part of.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. I mean,
man.
you know, I just keep going back, and this is what I love about these conversations, Charisse, is that I just keep going back to this young Charisse growing up in Northeast, going to the West Side for some menudo at La Posada.
Yep.
You know, getting herself through school. You know, mom, single mom. You know, 3 siblings, and then all this right here in front of us, plus what you're talking about, Martin Scorsese.
Going out there and making a name.
Man.
Right. Who else in Kansas City can say, I got cast in a Martin Scorsese film, and he thanked me? Oh,
Hey.
First day that I thought was my only day. I keep running into this. That he says to me so he's on his monitor on the other side of a wall. So we don't see him.
Okay.
But he's running, you know, he's calling action. He's yelling cut.
Right.
And then he yelled to me at one point. He was like, excellent pace. I'm like, thanks. So that was my, like, I could have died. I could have died that night and been like, I made it. I'm a made man.
Let's go.
Made man. And then he called me back.
You should call him and be like, you should have somebody get a hold of him and be like, listen, you're making a production. Isn't he doing the one about the Saints? I think he's doing like a Martin Scorsese production about all the saints, the Catholic saints or something like that.
Yes.
Like, you know, wouldn't I make a great saint? You know,
Nobody wants me to be a saint.
actress. You know,
That's not what he wants to cast me as.
well, maybe not.
Is there anything that you can say that you're leaning in or got something going in the works?
I mean, even though I am 47, I'm not letting it tell me that that I'm washed up, and I've got
No.
and
At
in
all.
fact,
Not at all.
and especially with the modeling, there's a wider acceptance of the mature model for whether it be
Right.
commercial lifestyle,
Right.
acting, and
Right.
with all of the streaming platforms, there's that much more need for talent that it's really like just tell me what's going on, plug me in. So my next step is, oh God, I got to get a manager to do more of the acting stuff, because I've got my agent here locally that helps me out with
Right.
print, editorial stuff, and if commercial stuff. I was the face for Furniture Mart of Kansas a couple years ago.
Yeah, let's go.
The local casting director here, Heather Laird Wright, she loves me.
Right.
But it's all about what her customers need. So
Right.
sometimes, while she loves me, I may not be the aesthetic they need, and
Right.
there's a lot that goes into that.
Right.
But my next step, I would really like to connect with a manager that's plugged into the, what does Netflix need? What does HBO need? What's Warner Brothers up to now that they have this big old merger? Taylor Sheridan.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro.
He's got so much shit going on.
Real
man.
talk. We just got through the Madison
I don't know
yesterday,
that. Yeah.
so it's his newest one with
Yeah.
Kurt Russell,
Yeah.
and
You haven't watched it? You haven't
No.
seen it?
they you got to watch it.
Paramount.
Yes,
I feel like that's where they
It's
park in, is
it's
Paramount.
like this dude just makes gold.
Bangers, man. He just makes
Did you watch
bangers.
Lioness?
Yes, incredible.
Yeah.
I was like, how did I not get cast?
No
I would have been.
shit.
I would have been
No
incredible in
shit.
this.
Like, man, like incredible show.
Yeah.
So I need to get in front. Who's out there? Who can get me in front of Taylor Sheridan and get me cast into something like Lioness season 3? I'm down.
Man.
You need
I
to
mean,
be.
even
You
Mayor
need
of
to be.
Kingstown.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen
You
it.
could play.
With Jeremy
a
Renner?
female prisoner who
Oh,
whooped
yeah.
some ass in prison. You know,
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I can get mean.
We know. We know. You from Northeast? You said, what'd you say? 6th Street Dogs or something?
Ninth
9th Street
Ninth
Dogs. You
Street
didn't know the
Dogs.
9th Street Dogs?
Yeah.
9th Street Dogs. By the way, so I'm sorry. This
It's adorbs.
is incredible.
Yeah,
Noka. if you come to Noka, you can order this. I'm assuming, right? Okay,
She
so
said with alcohol too. We got it without.
let me tell you something. This is how you know you grew up with less than average means. You know what this tastes like to me, and y'all are gonna relate because you grew up like me. This tastes like the milk when you make yours for dinner. Cornflakes, a bowl of cornflakes, and you put like
end?
your sugar on it, and you just eat your cereal, and then you're like, all right, now I'm gonna drink this milk. I swear to God,
Cornflakes
it tastes
milk.
like that. God, tastes
I
it,
was more
D-Rod.
of a cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh, I could sense that. I'm just saying, it tastes like that.
But we were kind of too poor for all those brand label stuff. We were down at the low part of the aisle at the grocery store in like the bags, the big white bags. We didn't get the bottles.
We all been there.
Yeah,
Shit,
I mean,
we all been
I
there.
said, I said cornflakes so somebody wouldn't be like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Listen, the bags, exactly.
The
We had
bags.
the knockoff brands.
That's right. That's right. What do you do? What else do you do? How do you keep yourself busy? I mean, I know you're doing that. You do some modeling still.
Oh yeah, but my current day job, I have a whole full current day job that's nothing that we've talked about. I'm actually in medical device sales now.
Oh, okay.
So all the years that I was in the hospitals, I was working in the OR. I also worked in the OR for that job, radiology. You're everywhere in the hospital.
Right.
So taking x-rays in the OR, and a company had their eyes on me that I didn't know. It's like they pulled a Scorsese. I didn't know you were watching me like that.
Right.
And someone messaged me on LinkedIn. They're like, hey, you want to come with us? You want to do what we do? And I'm like, yeah, where are we going?
Yeah.
So that was in 2019. And so I've been doing that ever since. So I'm still in healthcare,
Right.
but just in a different capacity, making more money.
Hey.
Hey.
Radiology.
Travel a little bit.
So that's what I say. Like the vet school thing didn't work out,
Right.
but I'm probably making
Yeah.
more than a veterinarian.
You probably
Yeah.
are. You
And
probably
making
are.
time for all of these other things that for now are my hobbies, but the fitness competition, that was an actual job, but
Yeah.
it was, I guess it's still filed under hobby, but it took the time of another full-time job. And all of the other, things that I've been able to parlay that into,
Yeah.
for now are hobbies, but dude, I'm telling you, if Taylor Sheridan calls me tomorrow,
You're there.
I'll move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be the next Beth.
4
right?
6s.
You could be the next Beth.
She's an idol of mine, Beth Sutton.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely have a Beth Sutton in me.
I think every woman
Kelly
does,
Riley
yeah.
kills it in that role.
Yeah.
There's no better person to do that.
You cannot tell
Nailed
she's
it.
from Europe or where.
Right? The first time I heard her give an interview, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, who is
Yeah.
that? Who's she
right.
talking about?
I want to talk about a little bit about the modeling. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. I wanted to know if there's something in with the black and whites, because your pictures on your IG, a lot of black and whites.
Do you like that or don't like that?
I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool, but is
Why
that
do I
just
do
a
that?
preference? Yeah.
Recently, well, no, not even recently. Okay, so a lot of my photographic motivation and inspiration was like a lot of Peter Lindbergh, a lot of Helmut Newton, and if you know what they do, well, black and white does not go out of style. How about that?
Yeah.
Black and white doesn't go out of style.
Facts.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
And even though a lot of my modeling began with fitness competing, I knew even then, I love that you asked this question. I knew then that I was not doing it. I was not going to do it like everybody else. And the way that I think that I do it, my intention, well, especially in fitness, there's a lot of, I'm going to be profane here, but there's a lot of fuck me in a lot of that photography. Oh, look at me, come fuck me.
Oh,
No.
I got you.
My agenda is when you look at my photo, I'm saying fuck you. Like there's more intensity to this. Like I don't want this sexuality to be the first thing you see. Maybe the third or the fourth thing, but I'm going to emote. I'm going to emote in a way that I'm going to get your attention with. Maybe that I'm looking in the camera, or maybe that I'm not looking in the camera.
Yeah.
I have body awareness to where I can know that how to take up space and how to look professional and not do a lot of this amateur shit that you see out there. But the black and white for me is because it's timeless.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
timeless.
I love that.
I agree.
Man, that's
Yeah.
a dope answer
Yeah.
for real.
I
Like,
love that. Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah, no
say,
shit.
D-Rod, because so my personal IG, My first photo I ever took was of my grandmother Rodriguez. God rest her soul. She's been gone for a little over a year. And it's black and white. I filtered it to be black and white.
Nice.
It's the first photo I ever took on IG and put on IG. And I love that photo. Because to your point, it's timeless. You can't tell when it was taken. You can't anything. You wouldn't even know it was a filter. That's how good a photo
Yeah.
it is, right? Like, I love that photo. And I love your response about, is that the whole fuck me thing, you know? I'm assuming that's strictly to females, or would you point that at males too? Or how would you?
No, well, a lot of men and women do it, but especially women, and especially in the fitness genre. I mean, it's a lot of, again, it's an aesthetically based sport. And they want to see the skin, they want to show off the skin and all of that. But there's a classy way to do it, and there's a trashy way to do it. And I have really, I mean, I've fought with photographers, like, I'm not doing that because that is not that's not the vision. So we're going to do this, and I want that shit in black and white.
I'm glad you said that. So what makes a good photographer?
There's a lot of things, and there's a lot of, we call them GWCs, guys with cameras out there that hit me up. The inbox is full of them. I'd love to shoot with you. I go to their page. No. That really, those guys they just want access to whatever. But a good photographer to me is someone who has my same vision. Like, I'm going to their work and I'm looking at it. Do you have the same standards I have? Do you have the equipment? Do you have the aptitude? Do you have the same vision? I need to see your body of work to know that you and I are going to complement each other. Or if you're willing to let me come in and direct myself, and if you're willing to let me be art director,
Right.
and a lot of them do, and I've made a few of them better. But I've also worked with
some shitty ones.
Well, they're that, but I've worked with some fantastic ones as well.
Right, good.
And truth be told, I'm actually not years ago, back right at COVID, I actually got really far in this competition. It was a silly competition, but it was for Maxim cover model competition.
Men's magazine,
everybody knows Maxim,
Okay, so I got down to like quarterfinals, but the way that those things work, it's you got to pay, blah, blah, blah. So there's a bunch of BS associated with it. But they came back to me after, and they're like, we still want to feature you. But COVID, it was right during COVID. It all fell apart.
Right.
Well, on a whim the other night, I was like, you know what, I'm going to submit again. I'm currently in first place.
Hey.
But I haven't put it out there yet because these things require endurance before I start wearing out my fan base. But we'll see. But this one, they've actually upped the ante on the prize money. It went from $25K to $100K with one of the photographer that you shoot with is one that I've always wanted to work with is Gilles Bensimon, who also does a lot of black and white. And any of the covers that he's done predominantly are black and white. So I'm like, I would love to work with you.
You guys got that together.
So if we'll see, this goes through September. That's a long time. So I'm not going to blast that on my socials early. If I'm in first place now, I don't really need anything just yet, but we'll stay tuned.
Let us know if we can support somehow.
For sure. And I'm asking these questions as for our audience, right? I mean, if there's any youth or any people that are younger or even older that are unaware and they're kind of interested in doing it, like there's
I get reached out to a lot by the younger models, like, hey, so-and-so reached out to me. What do you think of them? Like, stay away.
And there's companies like that also, right?
That sell, like, modeling services. Yes. And, I mean, I know who the grimy ones are, and I know who's worth their time. And, in fact, I was part of a board, here locally, the model board, where we trained gals for runway, and I did runway as well, and photo shoots that are very reputable that I would recommend. But there are some shysters out there that I know enough about.
Right,
but again,
right.
I've been able to filter through all that from the street smarts, from riding the city bus,
yeah.
and knowing
Yeah.
who to look out for,
Yeah.
and
Of course.
and all of that. So
Cautious
I think
of the weirdos.
I've done a really good job, I think, for myself vetting
Yeah.
who's worthwhile, who's safe, who's not safe,
Right.
who's
course.
problematic, who's not problematic.
So let me ask you
well,
this, just to follow up with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So those who are unaware, right? We'll just say the youth. Those that are unaware, what's some key things that they might need to be more, or questions they need to ask, or should to look out for?
If you're 18 or younger and they're insisting that you're doing bikini stuff, no. That's an automatic no. I can put you in contact with very reputable female photographers who focus on your youth and your beauty and not sexualize it.
Yeah.
There's a lot, again, the GWCs, the guys with cameras, they want to sexualize you first. And trust me, and I've worked with a few before I realized what was going on, but even then, I was like, you're not going to over-sexualize me in this, and I'm not letting you do all that. We're going to shoot it this way.
Right.
And we've been able to compromise, but anyone with less agency can easily be taken advantage of. So my first level of advice would be like, if you're like in high school and they want to do bikini shots of you, or even if it's jean shorts and a bikini top, you don't need to do that yet. No, go get in a pretty boho dress out in the field and go shoot with Naomi Reed, and I can drop her info.
Right.
She would make you beautiful.
And she's here local.
She's here local. Her photo farm is like 45 minutes south of here, but she's local.
Yeah.
And I did a beautiful shoot with her. If you go to have you seen the ones where I'm with the horse? That's Naomi.
Okay.
So just beautiful stuff. So
Right.
to young gals, I would say if you feel the ick, trust your gut.
Yeah.
It's icky. Go look at their portfolios. Go look at what they've got posted on social media. If you don't think it would, has the quality to be in like Vogue or Harper's or any of that, then they're trash, and they just want to see what they can
Exploit you.
Yeah.
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 Have you been hit on? Like,
Oh,
going
of
through that?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
just saying. I'm just asking. Like, do they do it just out of the obvious? Like, yeah, I really brought you here just to get you alone, me and you.
Maybe initially,
But
it
they
doesn't
won't do
take
it that
very
way.
long in a room with me to realize,
Yeah.
Right.
So no one's ever gotten far that if that was their agenda, they never got very far at all with me. But again, you're younger and impressionable,
Right.
Yeah.
aspiring
If you're-
models.
Yeah.
It
They
absolutely
could be. That's where that naiveness comes in, and
have a parent with you.
Yeah.
If you're young and if you're over 18 but still young enough to be impressionable, just go with your gut. And these guys, especially if they're just local guys and they have really crappy photos, they're not going to get you anywhere. They're just using you. So
It's crazy
Yeah.
that's that's kind of been known for a long time, right?
Yeah.
To hear you talk
The
through
creeps.
it,
The
the
creeps,
creeps,
right? The
right?
creeps with the camera,
By the way,
man.
let's take a drink real quick because your throat's drying
yeah,
up.
I heard you.
Salute to that, man.
Salute.
It's crazy that it's like a very well known and has social media just generated more by the
More.
thousands.
Oh, for sure.
What did you say? The guys with camera?
GWCs.
Generated
Yeah.
more of those people, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You've seen that?
I absolutely have. And that's why, like I say, I have things sitting in my inbox right now. I loved this. Let's shoot. And I go to their page. Nope. If you don't hear back from me, then nope.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have made some good contacts, that same method where I go look at their content and I'm like, okay, you have something going on here that you and I can work together.
Right.
It's very seldom that I reach out. But again, that just goes to, there's a plethora
Yeah.
of people.
How does that work, by the way? So let's say I'm a guy with a camera. We got a lot of cameras there. But the intent is to take photos of you for, whatever, for modeling, for, your headshot, whatever it is, right? Certain angles, certain positions, whatever. Am I paying you? Are you paying me? Are we calling it good?
These
Because
are
I
good
want
questions.
to show off my art. You want to show off yours.
These are good questions. At an entry level, and I was still at one point at an entry level, but still vetting and still making sure there were quality people. We call it a TFP, a trade for post.
Got you.
If that's the case, I mean, you still hold your own on your shoot and still protect yourself and all the things. But if they're approaching you with TFP, a trade for post, and you don't get any sort of say so and in the vision and what you want to come up with, that's a red flag. I don't do that. I mean, have I paid for shoots before? I have, but I also know right now it's like it's the mantra. It's for the book or it's for the bank. And sometimes you have to invest in your book because it turns into the bank on the other side. Somebody else to get someone else's attention. I'm trying to get Gilles' attention. So there are times where, yes, I have paid for high quality work. One of my favorite photographers that I worked with was a guy out of New York, Kai York.
Okay.
And if you go back it's been a few years since I shot with him, but I mean, and he got me published off of our work together. Maybe I paid him, but he got me published and got me exposure in other ways.
Right.
But I was willing to pay for him because I'm like, he's the shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big name in the fitness community. Like if you got to shoot with Kai, you were big.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He didn't take everyone's request to shoot.
Right.
And so there I was. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we've done some amazing work together.
I D-Rob, man, this is incredible, man. Because I know as
I
we
know
go
it
through
is.
this, every time we have this conversation with a different person, man, you get toward the end of it, and you're like, wow, now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Why they're sitting here with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, Charisse, is again, you can't stress it enough. I mean, this young girl, all the struggle, the challenges you had growing up, and you built this level of drive.
Yeah.
Mental toughness, emotional toughness. We talked about that. Yeah, that strength, that intuition. Like you're talking about dudes with cameras being Christian. Like that's an intuitive thing, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I can see through this shit real fast.
Yep.
That's not something. That's something that can be developed by a lot of ways. Let's be fair, right? But young people, man, they struggle with it because what are they doing nowadays?
Well, they're all in their devices.
Exactly.
And they've been in a bubble. And, I love a lot of where society is going with accountability in society and all. But one of the backfires to it is that we have all these, they call them snowflakes for a reason. You can't hurt my feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Watch me.
Yeah.
But because of that, we grew up hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't have kids, but if I had kids, I would probably be raising them a lot more gentle. I'd probably be a gentle parent, or maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
You might
To a
be
degree,
pretty tough.
yeah.
I would go Chingona. I'd go Latina.
Well, but here's my thing though, because D-Rod, like, and because you are Latina, I'll say this especially. Most Latinas who lived a hard life, understand struggle, challenges, particularly as an adult now, it's tough.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to be in a room with a guy and maybe be in a very awkward situation and be like, I got to get myself out of this by myself, mind you, right? Or a group of people for that matter. Mm-hmm. Those aren't things you want your children to go through.
So you protect them.
Exactly. Yeah. But you also got to build it in them. Like, hey,
right.
I'm going to be tough on you because this is tough out here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I were to have become a parent how I would have handled that, but I know I witness it. A lot of my cohorts that are parents now that I think they're over gentle.
Mm-hmm.
And so what the result of all of that is that we have this super soft generation.
Absolutely.
There are merits to it, but one of the things that aren't a merit is that y'all are tough.
Yeah.
You would never take the bus to school.
Boy.
They want to drink out the water hose.
They won't even walk 2 blocks
Good
to the
God.
park. Come on.
Right. Or go outside and play. Like we played ditchums. We had our bikes. We were outside. We weren't allowed inside.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Charisse, man, this has been incredible, man. Just getting to know you, man, hearing your story.
Oh, there's so much
I mean,
more.
you got a lot to tell, we know. And I think what's incredible is that for the people who know you, they're gonna know a lot more about you, maybe a little bit more detail about you. But the people who don't, man, we're just cracking the egg a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just cracking the egg. You said you was gonna write a book. What's the title of that book, by the way? What if you had to pick a title right now? What you calling it?
I don't share my men, my meals, or my mascara.
That's pretty dope.
Oh,
That would be
nice,
a-
nice.
That'd be the dope name of a podcast. Actually, you should start a podcast.
Yeah.
I should. And
Yeah.
just say, I don't share my mascara, or I don't know. I don't share my men, my meals, or my
Yeah,
mascara.
3M's, the 3M's.
So you've been married. You're not dating. You're not married. You're not gonna marry no more, or what do you think?
I'm in my lover girl era, but these guys are stupid.
Yeah.
Why are they dumb? What are they doing?
You'd have to ask them.
Yeah. Why y'all so stupid?
They're just stupid. I just recently got broken up with because I'm just not in a place. Motherfucker, that is not what you were selling me for months. Like, the place you were selling me was a place together. That's what.
Right.
I'm just not
Holy
in
shit.
a place. What?
You know that
It's got to be tough,
Okay.
there's probably some insecurities
Back
going
to the
on
apps
over
you
there.
go.
man.
Yeah.
That's
True story.
crazy. That's crazy all in itself because, like first of all, I've been married a long time. 18 years old. I've been married a long time. I don't know what it's like to be single as an adult, let alone teenager, because I've been with my wife that long. But I couldn't imagine like picking somebody off of an app just because
No,
they
I
match me.
haven't. We
Yeah.
didn't meet on an app. This is a cat that like chased me for 15 years, and I finally gave him a chance, and it was like magic. Oh, you've been here the whole time. And then when things got real, things are always going to get real. He was
Right.
like, I'm going to run away now. I'm like, where are you going?
What the hell?
I'm just not in a place. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're 45 years old. And then separately yesterday, another guy stood me up yesterday. I'm like, what is going on? So
Oh, boy.
I texted him this morning, like, I don't know what happened, but I don't date like this. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I double booked myself. Like, really?
Double
What?
book.
Said he went to
Damn.
dinner at his friend's house. That's fine. But we talked about Sunday all week. And
You sure he went with his wife on a Sunday
I
night?
don't,
Man.
It sounds like
I
it.
don't know, but it's been rough. So if there are any, contenders that are quality that
Yeah.
are in it for the right reasons and want to build something, like I'm open to that. But no one so far has proven otherwise. So
It's tough out there.
it's terrible.
Well,
out
see,
there.
I mean, and here, I'll have to say this, Charisse, like, anybody hearing your story right now,
Man.
they might be a little intimidated.
That's what I was
man.
going to say.
Well,
to where-
you're guys. What does that mean to be intimidated like that?
Well,
And
I don't know. I'm just
Well,
saying some
yeah,
guys. Some guys.
I'm saying not us.
Yeah.
Let's
nah.
start there.
Yeah. No, not this
But we
motherfucker.
married. Happily.
Yeah. I'm married. Been
But the
married a long
thing
time.
is that, a lot of dudes do not like men. Well, I don't even know, man. To me, they're not men if they struggle with this. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Guys,
agree.
They need to get it together, man.
Yeah.
if you don't like a female who is mentally, emotionally, physically,
Financially.
Financially.
stronger than you probably sometimes, most of the time.
Yeah.
Independent,
Yeah.
can be independent. Like my wife, I love my wife. She'll beat the shit out of me. Like
Good for
I
her.
know that
I love
about
her.
her, right? I let her because I'm not doing it,
Yeah.
But the thing is like if you ain't cool with that, you won't like this.
Mm-hmm.
You want your mom, in a sense. You
This is
described
a
it
whole
earlier.
This is a whole other episode. Yeah, that I think a lot of guys are chasing the adoration that their mother, who doesn't hold them accountable for anything, and then you got a female standing in front of you that's holding you accountable for things, and suddenly she's the threat and she's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I see it for myself now.
I don't know what
a
that
lot of these
is.
mama's boys, and it's so cute that they love their mom. I love that you love your mom, but
Yeah.
actually it's kind of a yellow flag to me, because that's what you're comparing me to. And if she's someone who does everything for you and doesn't hold you accountable and doesn't
Right.
give it to you straight, you're going to hold that against me.
Yeah.
So if you're a mom out there raising your boys and you're like that, you're creating problems.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. I had a friend that all he wanted was like you know how women, like a good woman sometimes gets with a loser guy. right?
Not me, but
Well,
yeah,
I know,
I've
but
seen it.
I mean, there's some women that like, and they always say that's the mother nurturing them, like they want to feel like they need to take care of somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I had a friend who did the same deal. Like he was always with like a loser girl who didn't want to do nothing.
So he had a
but
savior complex.
Yeah. So it's the same thing, but different, right?
Oh, I know, and I've seen it
you
go
know,
both ways, but
and-
I
and
operate at
when
a
he-
different
when
level.
When he would get with a strong woman who made money, he would try to treat him like shit. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like you.
So
gotta-
the ex-husband, the doctor ex-husband, one of the things that he would say to me all the time, he's like, "You're too goddamn independent."
Oh yeah.
I don't see the problem.
No, yeah. You want that dependency.
They
want that dependency.
Yeah, well, it's not a game that I play. I didn't grow up watching life be done male-centered. I'm not male-centered, but I value males. So if anyone's out there who can deal with that, I'm your girl.
Let's
but
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
But-
I will say this: if you want to know what's attractive to a man who is secure and all those things you probably like, it's very simple.
yeah.
Do you know where you want to eat? If we ask you, where do you want to eat?
Yeah, cabron, I know.
Okay, good. That's enough right there. All right, because
No
that's
shit.
a challenge
No
sometimes.
shit.
There's a whole scene
No,
on
I'm
it.
a foodie. I've got a whole list. We're
All
going
right.
here.
Really?
Noka, we're gonna come to Noka.
Yeah, we're gonna come to
What
Let's
food,
go.
What food do you surrender to?
sushi,
Yeah.
for
good
sure.
Italian.
And I'm asking that because you trained for so long and you was under
I
wraps.
was
like
hungry
right now,
for 6 years.
Yeah. So now it's sushi.
Time to let the tiger out.
Pho, I really love
Really?
pho.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where you going to? What place you going to?
I like Pho Tower on Broadway, right across from the Uptown.
Yeah, you go there?
Oh yeah.
They know me there.
Really?
Oh, for real?
Like when I get sick and and I go in there all looking like death, she's like, "Oh, you need pho." I'm
Pho.
like, "Yeah, I need it.
Yeah, give me the pho.
I only come to you when I'm sick."
Nice,
dope.
nice.
But I
Well,
like those.
I gotta ask this, and I know we gotta wrap up here. What's your biggest fear? Because here's the thing, man. You not only have shared how many things you've experienced in life, but been involved in, gotten involved in intentionally.
Overcame.
But you
Yeah.
like leveled up in all of them and did well in all of them, right?
Yeah.
And people who have that type of drive, there's something they're either that's pushing them
It's a trauma response.
or they're afraid of, right? What is that? Describe that.
Being dependent on someone else and being trapped that way and not being able to live an authentic life or love for the right reasons. So I make sure that I'm self-sufficient. So I guess the short answer is to be dependent is my biggest fear, to not have the freedom to move about the world in the way that I want to move about the world. And I know what it takes to do that, and it's to
Right.
provide for myself and to be productive and useful to the world.
Right.
And so I've made sure I've done those things for myself and will continue to do those things for myself. So I guess the fear comes from not having the options or being dependent, being kept down. Being kept down, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes one. Yeah.
And at this point, with all of my accomplishments, it's the fear of not being valued for who I am today. And that happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah.
I mean, just have to ask that, because it's clear you're driven. And I can't wait to see, D-Rob, what Charisse is going to be up to next. Cause
Man, look, you said a couple times the next episode. We're going to get down and with another one with you, okay?
Yeah.
We
Let's
can
give
have-
it a little bit of time, and we're going to...
There's so many things. We can talk about all of my celebrity experience from working in different cities. Like I've been a bartender in nightclubs. I've worked for fancy hotels and all of the things that I've seen.
oh, boy.
Hilarious
Oh,
stuff.
boy. Love it.
Yeah. Well, we definitely got to have you back in that seat again, Okay, how about this? I was thought about this one, too, when we were talking about your deal. What's your go-to pose?
Like in a photo shoot?
Yeah.
I actually feel like I get a lot done when I'm not looking at the camera.
Okay.
So I feel like my left side's better and just, I don't know, like a
Like a look over the shoulder, but not
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah. It's, I
Okay.
mean, and all things, and the trick to being a good model is like let them click, 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 but the best shots are actually the transition shots. They're not like the stiff. Like I can give a power pose, but like I like the more like delicate,
Fluid
like
type of,
like give them
Natural
a shoulder,
almost,
give them profile,
Yeah.
whatever. But so I have multiple answers to that because there's my go-to stage pose if I'm out there on a
Right.
stage.
Yeah.
But then like a photo shoot pose is different.
Right.
I got you.
Different. But
Yeah.
something that emotes like delicate vulnerability, but also strength at the same time. If those criteria are satisfied, it's a good shot. And I try to make sure that the things that I post satisfy
Yeah.
those things for me. Because I have plenty of photos that I'm like, that's a little too sexual.
Right.
But if I can draw the viewer in with something that I'm doing that isn't just come fuck me,
Right.
then I've satisfied my vision.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I see it.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that response.
Yeah.
Most overrated TV series.
most overrated TV series, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. I've never even seen it. I don't...
It's still on the air.
Oh,
Is it?
Yes.
Holy shit! Was it like 13 season
Like
or
20.
fucking crazy?
Damn.
20. But maybe it's because I come from that world and I
Oh,
know
yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
It's about the medical industry or
Yeah.
something? Oh, okay.
I
got
can't
And it's
say
not
Friends
always like
because
that.
Friends is still hilarious to me. Friends is
it.
still.
Yeah. Shout out Joey.
Oh, I love Seinfeld, but I look back and I'm like, that is really a bunch of stupid shit. But it was still hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy all them shows are like based out of New York. I'm like, bro, come on. Is there another city? Because Seinfeld's based out of New York. Friends is based out of New York.
Well, that was the pop culture
Of that time.
zeitgeist,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's what everyone aspired to be.
Right.
I want to live in
Yeah.
New York. That sounds
Yeah.
exciting.
You know which one I used to like, JL?
What's one?
Back in that time frame with all those was Frasier.
I love
Oh,
Frasier.
Frasier. Yeah.
Frasier
Seattle.
was fucking hilarious, man. His brother's dad on that little recliner, right? The
Lilith.
fucking dog. Come on, man. Frasier was hilarious.
What was the dog's name? Eddie? Eddie?
Yeah. I got one for you.
Good.
Top 5, 3 to 5. Okay, I don't know if you could probably name this out. Top 3 to 5 female models.
Oh, I loved Grace Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great shows.
Artists all the way around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was some of my stuff that like I know I do not embody Grace Jones,
Yeah.
but that warrior,
That vibe she has.
yeah, like that strength. I have brought that through in certain shoots before. So Grace Jones. Oh, I love Christy Turlington. I grew up in the '90s, so those
Yeah.
'90s supermodels. I loved Nikki Taylor.
Oh, Nikki Taylor. Yeah.
Nikki Taylor.
I ain't heard that name in a while.
I
yeah.
know.
That's 3.
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy.
I loved Cindy.
You're reading my mind, JL, man.
I mean, I love Cindy, and
Yeah.
I mean, she was the top, but I mean, I still thought she was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Don't tell her I said that. She's still great. I would still
She
love
gonna
every.
watch it and see
No,
it.
I'm sorry, Cindy, but Brigitte Bardot,
Okay.
I love
Oh,
Brigitte.
yeah. Bridget Bardot was
Yeah.
dope.
Right. So I'm into like that. Okay, it's
Yeah.
Grace Jones, Brigitte Bardot, Christy Turlington.
Yeah. Grace Jones and Boomerang. Fuck, man. Remember the movie Boomerang?
She got hammer time in the shoes.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought about that movie when you said old boy was talking about your legs. I was like, what is he, Eddie
Nothing
Murphy?
wrong
Eddie-
with my
is that
legs.
Eddie
That's why
Murphy
it
over
hurt.
here?
That's why it was so stupid.
It's
like
crazy.
what?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well, listen, this has been a great conversation, man. We got to do this again with you,
Yeah.
For
Charisse.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're gonna get us out of here. Is there one last thing you want to share, express, say to everybody watching this?
I mean, I've got fans that have been following me through all of this for 10 years who still like and support my stuff. And I see you, and I thank you, and I thank you. So
Yeah.
you all keep me motivated, and we'll see what's next
Yeah.
for me. We'll see
Yes.
what's next.
Big things, big things.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
I'll be shooting with Gilles Bensimon in Italy.
Hey.
That's it.
Hey, keep a couple little guys from KC in mind. Be like, hey.
Hey.
With that, everybody,
Yeah.
interrupt KC, JL.
D-Rod right here, man.
Like, follow, share, subscribe. Thank you once again, Noga, man. Shout out Noga for hosting us here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We are out of here, everybody. Peace.
Deuces.
You said you're an open book, so we're going to open that book.
Oh, it's fun. When I write my book,
Ooh. Writing a book. Are you really going to write a book?
I keep threatening.